everybody. Welcome to May Flanders Field in White House, Tennessee. We've got the Christian Community School Colts, the Franklin Christian Academy Falcons getting set for action here in the MTAC playoffs. Of course, the only round of the playoffs. We also are streaming South Haven Christian at the web school, and it's live right now. Trent is keeping an eye on it. So go check that game out, switch back and forth. But thank you so much for joining us. By the way, St. Andrew Swanee topped Lighthouse Christian earlier today, 53-36 to win the MTAC Bowl. The camera's right there. Don't remember to look at the camera, not the screen. Thank y'all for joining us. We're really excited about tonight's ball game. Of course, the story, one of the big stories, Christian Community has never lost a playoff home game. And of course, they've made the playoffs every year, but last year when they played in the MTAC Bowl, Franklin Christian, they're going for their third straight, technically their third straight appearance in the postseason, the championship game. Of course, last year being co-champions with the Webb School and winning the championship in 2015 over the Colts. So a lot of history between these two teams. Completely different ball game than we saw earlier this year. Trent, you were there. Christian Community, a big 52-12 win, and a lot of injuries for Franklin Christian. Break it down. What are some things you think have changed for Franklin Christian since that game?
Well, I think they found their hearts in the game back. I mean, it just looked like in the first appearance when they were both president and playing the game that FCA just didn't have their hearts where they needed to be. I think right now every single one of them, they want to win every single inch of the ball game, and it's going to be a way different ball game than the first one they played.
It might help if I plug a microphone in because I might not have been able to hear. Here we go. Let's see what that does. All right, anyways. I lost my train of thought. That's what happens when you're doing a live broadcast. Anyways. Colton Rollins for Christian Community School. He's been out, he's been hurt for quite a while and making an appearance. He's coming back tonight. Of course, on the other side of the ball for Franklin Christian, you got Brandon Miner at defensive end. Those two were 1-2 last year in sacks. In the nation, and so a lot of rivalry between those two. They've had a lot of battles. This is one final battle. They've both been here for forever, it seems like, at least since their freshman year playing ball. On the other side, for Franklin Christian, you've also got guys like Zane Quibido and Graham Harrison up front on the line. But for Christian Community, Dever Zapata and Zach Rogers look to kind of hold that line and protect junior quarterback Nathaniel Rowley. When you talk about quarterback for Franklin Christian, they're on their third quarterback of the year. They're on Andrew Schindel. Of course, his younger brother Caleb went down with an injury. And the starting quarterback this year, Daniel Holcomb, went down with a leg injury. So they're cycling through quarterbacks. CCS has Nathaniel Riley. They've also got Micah Jones on backup if they need it. But seniors like Jalen Klein, Vaughn Jefferson, Isaiah Webb at running back, they're all solid options. And so I'm excited to see this ball game for Franklin Christian. Of course, you've got, like we said, you've got Andrew Schindel. John Buchanan, who just came in 4 or 5 games ago for Franklin Christian. He's been solid for them. And we're in for a great ball game. And, of course, the winner of tonight's game will take on the winner of the ball game that we're streaming, South Haven and the Webb School. So we're excited to have both these ball games for you. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in. And we hope that you have a blast. We hope it's a good one. From White House, Tennessee, coming up, it's Christian Community School hosting Franklin Christian Academy. This is 8-Man Extremes Game of the Week.
Please remain standing.
Amen.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
There's your national anthem, and we are getting set for kickoff. Franklin Christian Academy will have the opening kickoff. They'll receive it. Christian Community won the toss, chose to defer. So set to kick it away for Christian Community. Looks like it'll be Dan Adams. Of course, both teams doing their pregame huddle. Want to thank you for joining us here at May Flanders Field, White House, Tennessee. It's the semifinal action for the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference football playoffs. We're getting set. See if we can keep y'all updated on the South Haven Webb School game. But anyways, we'll keep you updated on that Webb School South Haven game. Of course, the winner of that game will face the winner of this game for the MTAC championship. And it's going to get crazy tonight. We've got a massive storm front rolling through. And of course, we're sitting at about 40 degrees right now. So this is playoff football, Trent. Ethan Monsalve back deep to return for the Falcons. Dan Adams getting set to kick it away. He's got the mushroom hat. FCA is going to go with a four-man front. Looks like Minor, Quibido, Harrison. Not sure who the other one is. You've got Shendell, Minor, and Ben Duncan. About midway, like we said, Monsalve back deep. There's your 8. CCS huddles up. And now they're going to split their huddle.
CCS to kick off.
We do apologize about the tent right on the 40-yard line. It will block the view a little bit, but it's not going to block some great football. Adams starts forward. It's football time in Tennessee. Ball is deep. Kick is into the end zone. A touchback. And that will bring out the Franklin Christian Academy offense led by senior Andrew Shendell.
We should talk about how cold it is out here and the rain's coming in.
I'm freezing, and we're sitting at about 40 right now. You were smart wearing a hoodie. I got a pullover, so we're good. I don't know how cold it is at Webb, but can't be warm. I know that's for sure. Of course, a little bit colder up here on the ridge. FCA breaks the huddle. They're going to go with a shotgun. Shendell flanked by Buchanan. Man in motion. Shendell will keep it around the right side. Quarterback keeper. And Jefferson's going to bring him down out of bounds. Will not be enough for a first down, though. It'll bring up about a second and 1, 2nd and 2. And Trent, looks like FCA kind of playing to the little bit of film study that CCS may have done. They might have been expecting that handoff to Buchanan, and Shendell showing that he's naturally an athlete, not a quarterback, so using his feet on that.
Gain of 9, second and 1.
Shotgun for Shindell. He'll take the snap. This time he'll actually give it to Buchanan around the right side. Buchanan breaks a tackle across the 30. Picks up the first down. Looks like Jackson Dotterer on the tackle, junior.
Buchanan, is that how you pronounce his name?
Buchanan, yeah.
Buchanan is like a moving wrecking ball. You can't stop him unless you get at least 2 guys on him.
He's been
one-on-one tackling, you ain't getting him unless you tackle him like the shoestring.
He's been dominant for Franklin Christian since he came to the team. I believe from Centennial High School is where he came from. Falcons going to go I formation, 4-man front for Christian Community. Shindell under shotgun, under center rather. He'll take the snap, give it to Buchanan, straight up the middle, and he's met. And still on his feet, across the 35 to the 37.
What did I just say?
He's dominant, he's strong, he's not a big guy, but when he gets his feet rolling, he's unstoppable. Of course, on the defensive side of the ball for Christian Community, we mentioned Colton Rollins is back, the senior. He's rolling. We got Devery Zapata. Devery Zapata up the middle at nose guard. Of course, Isaiah Webb, Devon Jefferson, Jackson Dotterer, all solid. Zapata jumped, and they're going to get it. Zapata moved on the count, and they're going to give him 5 for FCA, and that should give them enough for the first down. Let's double check. I think it'll give it enough. It'll be enough. It'll move the chains. First down, Falcons.
First and 10.
Reel off 2 straight first downs. 10:47 to go here in the first quarter. No score, only 3 plays ran so far. I formation, Shindell under center. He'll fake it. He'll give it to Weeks, and the ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground, but FCA signaling they've got it. A little bit of a pile up. That's uncharacteristic from Hayden Weeks, one of the top running backs in the conference. I believe he has a little over 1,000 rushing yards, along with Xavier Vincent from South Haven. One of the more dominant running backs in the league, and very uncharacteristic to see that fumble.
Well, they probably haven't played in like a temperature in high 6 game so far this year. So
it wasn't this cold last week. I can tell you that.
Definitely not.
It was not this cold last week.
Some people's arms are gonna be stiff, some people's legs are gonna be stiff, but warm-ups you should have got them out.
Exactly. Shindell's in the shotgun. We're gonna get a delay of game flag. Back judge, got him. Move him back 5 yards. It'll create a second and 15. Actually, it should be 1st and 15. No, it is 2nd and 15 because of the fumble. So bring up a 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15.
That Colts defense already putting them in a hole. So Trent, 2nd and 15. You almost got to think that you blitz on this down because you want to create pressure and create a 3rd and long situation.
Or you coverage, make sure they don't get anything past any further up, so on the 3rd down it gives them a little bit harder. Blitz give them a chance just to completely go out there and just get a touchdown.
They're going to give it to Weeks again across the 40. He slips on the field.
He's tackled by several Colts.
But if you're CCS, you know Shindell's in the backfield at quarterback. So they might not be throwing the ball as much.
They wouldn't have to. I mean, he's a natural athlete. He played wide. He was wide receiver and running back before they introduced the Holcomb, and then his younger brother Caleb. So,
what if Caleb taught him some things?
Caleb might have taught him some stuff. FCA going to spread it out for the first time tonight. They've always gone tight. 3 down linemen, 2-by-1 formation. Buchanan or Weeks flanks Shindell, dumps it off to Weeks. Weeks tackled at the 38-yard line, and here comes the rain.
And the rain is here.
It is pouring. Thank God for a covered press box because it is pouring now. I don't know if you can really see it on the broadcast. You might be able to see it on the top. It is pouring. The bottom just dropped out. There was no warning. It was just it was here.
Football fans, it's 4th down.
It's 4th and 11. FCA, Christian Community, this defense, most points they've allowed this year, 22 against the Tennessee Heat, and that was a combined defense. 3 shutouts on the year. They held Lighthouse to,
FCA is going for it.
I think it was 12 or 18 points last week. I mean, not a lot of points, maybe 24. So this defense has stepped it up all year thanks to Tommy Thornton coming back and playing defense. Shindell's going to have a keeper. Around the right side, brought down at the 34-yard line. We got a flag, though.
Flag on the play.
Let's see what we've got on it.
Offense. It's a holding.
And it's going to be a hold on the offense. It's going to drag it back 10 yards.
That's a turnover on down. It's Colts ball.
But the penalties decline. It's Christian Community ball.
So
First down.
If you're Christian Community, you're really happy where we are right now because you saw all the hype FCA had at the beginning of this game, and you come into the first drive and you're just stomping them. They only got really one good play, and that's when Shindell and Buchanan ran the ball. With Meeks, they shut him down.
Colts offense going with shotgun. They're going to dump it off to Webb. Little trickery. Back to Rowley. Ball's on the ground. Rowley's going to have to run it, and he's going to get smothered by Minor. Brandon Minor not having any of it. All over it.
Interesting play call, being wet now, tossing the ball that many times.
And here's the thing too. It just started raining. I mean, you got to think about it. That ball just got slick, and so it's. I'm going to give them credit.
About like an hour later, it's still raining. It's the same amount of slick. It ain't gonna get no more slicker.
I'd give them credit for starting out with the trickery right off the bat, but at the same time, you got to be careful with that. I mean, because obviously it just backfired, and it could have been worse. They're going to go shotgun. One receiver wide, two receivers wide left. They're going to give it to Jefferson around right side.
Through the tackle and out of bounds.
And a man-sized hit knocked his defender on his rear end. Not enough to pick up the first down, though. It's going to be third down and about 5 yards to go.
But enough to make a statement,
Exactly. That was a statement run.
He was the hammer, and FCA was the nail on that play.
That was a statement run for sure. Rowley, the junior quarterback, is in the shotgun, flanked by Jefferson. He's going to take the snap. Give it to Jefferson around the right side again. And he'll get stuffed at the 40. Obviously, they saw something they liked, but they couldn't have liked it enough because a good stop there by FCA will bring up fourth down, and a quick fourth down, may I say.
4th and 2, Colts.
Now, of course, Lighthouse, Christian Community had a slower start against Lighthouse last week, ended up winning it, and a slow start here for their offense. And Trent, 4th and 3, you punt it or you go for it?
I don't know. I mean, it did trust down. I'm sure CCS trusts their offensive line to block for them if they want to make a good, strong run up the middle.
They're going to go for it. Rowley in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. Fake it to Jefferson and run it. He is met by Zane Quibido. Zane Quibido.
Wrapped up and taken down.
And then Minor tackled
none of it.
That's Quibido with a tackle.
Yeah, Minor knocked Quibido back down. Was that Yeah, it was Quibido. Quibido was not having any of it, and right off the bat, you could see Zach Rogers, Devry Zapata. That offensive line is struggling to contain that defensive line of Franklin Christian.
Well, like I've been saying pretty much all year, FCA has the best defensive line. And they're showing it. They're going against the best team in
I would be interested to see their defensive line against South Haven because South Haven's strong as well. That would be a good matchup right there.
I'd say overall, FCA has the best offensive and defensive line.
Rain is pouring now. CCS jumps, but they're not offside. Shindell in the shotgun, flanked by Buchanan. Buchanan will come back to the right. Shindell will keep it. Tries to go left, comes back right. He'll get dragged down. It's Colton Rollins.
Number 11, Colton Rollins.
The senior coming back, and he's got a sack already.
Do you think if the high school's that franchise player, if it'd be Rollins or CCS?
It would be close. And right off the bat, Minor, Quibido, Rollins, those guys making statements and making their presence known. You knew that was going to happen, and that's what both of these teams needed tonight.
Well, this is definitely going to be a high-class football game. You have two really well-coached teams and very well-classed.
Two solid teams when it comes to seniors, too. A lot of seniors on both sides.
Oh, no. You guys didn't watch that.
Shotgun for Shindell. He'll take the snap, give it to Buchanan, up the middle. Buchanan will get met back at the original line of scrimmage, maybe just shy of it.
Still haven't seen a pass from either team so far.
We haven't.
No one's going to want to let it fly.
Yeah. That'll bring up a third down at 10. Christian Community can air the ball out. They've got guys like Jalen Klein, Colton Rollins, Isaiah Webb, Devon Jefferson. They can air the ball to them. For Franklin Christian, you've got Brandon Minor, obviously one of your big targets.
Like they have the amount. They've got the same amount of
exactly.
Weapons.
Buchanan coming out of the game now. Weeks is in the backfield with Shindell.
Shindell in the shotgun.
Shindell take the snap, drops, we're going to see a pass. He rolls right, he's going to keep it around right in. Outruns Rollins to the sideline and avoids Webb. He's got the first down.
That's enough
Pure
for first
speed from
down,
Chanel, though,
Falcons.
around the end
Well-
and beat Rollins, who just couldn't keep the containment.
What impressed me the most on that play, this is his second game starting quarterback, and he already has the knowledge where he didn't see the play that he liked, and he already
It was
tucked
a tuck and
ran.
run, exactly. But the whole time he kept his eyes downfield. He was watching, he was looking, and once he crossed that line of scrimmage, that ball got tucked and he was going for the first down.
You're seeing Shindell do some things that four-year quarterbacks are just getting to do.
Exactly. I formation, Shindell under center. He's got Weeks and Buchanan in the backfield. Ball's on the ground. Shindell will just have to grab it and try to fall forward.
Loss on the play.
We're going to see a lot of that tonight, Trent, especially with the way the rain is coming down. I feel bad for the guys up in the scissor lift doing film. But, now that'd be a terrible job. At least we're undercover. But, yeah, this rain is coming down. Huge front moving through. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We're at May Flanders Field in White House, Tennessee. We got Franklin Christian Academy and Christian Community semifinal action. We'll keep you updated on South Haven and the Webb School live from Bell Buckle. Spencer Tomsett, Isaiah Austin on the call down there. James Shannon, Trent Legate here in White House. Ball's on the ground again.
Loose ball.
And even if FCA did recover, that would still bring up a 3rd and 10. 2 straight fumbles. Quibido's got to get it under control. He's the center. Him and Shindell have to figure something out.
That wasn't your center's fault. That was all Shindell. It's wet. The ball is really slippery. It's just going to be hard to hold on to it. And he's anxious. He wants to get the ball to his running back or get the ball in someone else's hands. So I wouldn't blame that on Zane at all.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and, actually about 3rd and 12. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We've got no score. We're going to get a timeout taken by Franklin Christian. We're going to step aside for just a moment. You're watching the Extreme Game of the Week here on 8 Man Extreme. All right, we are back here in White House, Tennessee after the timeout. They're going to go shotgun. Shindell gives it to Buchanan. Ball's on the ground.
Buchanan dropped it.
And I think Christian Community got it. Nope, FCA got it. FCA retained it, but it's still 4th down. And that's about 4th down and 16.
The arch nemesis of
15.
FCA right now is rain. The elemental occurrences happening in this game.
Well, and with that rain just picking up, it's going to get crazy.
I would love to see this be snow.
That would be pretty cool, to be honest. But this is playoff weather, though. 40 degrees, pouring down rain. This is what it's all about.
And not a lot of people can handle. That's why all this is our playing basketball. We're playing basketball.
And we're going to have a delay of game call again. It's going to be 4th and 20. If you're FCA, do you take the risk on trying to punt it on 4th and 20?
Well, definitely. I mean, you don't want to give them the ball at where? Yeah, you don't want them just to be able to march down 42 yards.
Well, we're keeping an eye on the Webb South Haven game. And if you would like to comment and keep us updated, if you're watching both games, you can do so. Just use our live chat and we'll get the messages. We do know Webb is down by 14, so FCA going to punt the ball away. Webb down by 14 at the half.
Wait, what's the score?
I'm not sure what the score is, to be honest.
Ball's down to about the 9-yard line, where Colts will take over.
No text. Anyway, so FCA will or Christian Community rather will take over, setting up shop about their 10-yard line.
I was gonna say that was a great punt. Like, not really talked about, but that was a great punt. They needed that. Put them in the 9-yard line. You got a defensive line that can get back there in the backfield. They have a safety. Could. Or not.
And Isaiah Webb, their leading rusher, one of the good running backs in the league. Runs around the right side. See how much they give him. That was on the far side of the field. They're going to give him 5, 2nd and 5.
And I don't think a lot of people give FCA enough credit because they started the year at 0-2, but they're holding on with the best team in MTAC. No, not a lot of people.
Well, they're a completely different ball game. They're a completely different ball team than they were earlier this year. It's going to be shotgun. Rowley will give it to Webb around the right side. Webb falls out, and FCA falls on it. FCA's got it at the 10. Webb fumbled after a hit from Brandon Miner. Miner all over Webb. Ball was out with the wet weather and falling on. We're going to get number 9's name at some point.
That was a great play, great strip, well needed. That's crazy. Now it's totally fluid. Look how close they are. They got Ben Duncan that can kick the ball, so they could go try for a field goal if they don't get it in.
They're going to give it to Buchanan up the middle.
He's up the middle.
And down to about the 5-yard line.
Runner. He was running straight, standing up straight, running with 3 guys on him.
Gain of 6 on the play.
High formation, Shindell under center. Gives it to Buchanan up the middle, and he's going to get stopped.
Wow, this is something I haven't seen yet. This kind of reminds me of Holcomb last year.
And Rollins.
Just a lot younger. This Buchanan, he's going to be insane his senior year. No one's going to be able to bring him down.
I believe Buchanan's a sophomore? I think he's a sophomore.
Sophomore, running like a sophomore in college.
Shindell is under center, high formation. They're going to give it to Buchanan on the right side. In for the touchdown. Franklin Christian punches it in. 1:59 to go in the first quarter. Falcons lead 6-0.
But they're not going to let up at all. You can't. FCA is going to still throw everything that they still got till the game blows the final whistle.
Sonny Reed is a junior. That's number 9. Made some plays tonight. So FCA looking to get the 2-point conversion.
You can see the rain now. So interesting, they're not going to go with the kick to just be up, 7.
Shindell was going to try the right side. Cuts back to the left, and he'll have the 2-point conversion. We do have a flag in the backfield, though.
2-point conversion.
And let's see what the laundry was on the field for.
Flag on the play. Holding.
And we'll get a holding.
Offense.
So it'll take the 2-point away, and FCA will lead 6-0 here with 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're going to step aside. This is the Extreme Game of the Week here on 8-Man Extreme. Look.
They're doing the play again.
I'm sorry, I apologize. They're going to do the 2-point conversion again. We were going to go to break.
It's okay. I got y'all, fans.
I get that.
He's got you. They're going to go shotgun. 3 receivers wide left, 1 wide right.
Shindell takes the snap. Look at the pass.
Pass is deep. Incomplete. Jackson Daughter on the coverage on Weeks. Good coverage by Daughter. FCA wanted the penalty.
If that ball was in the area, they could have thrown it, but I don't see them throwing it on that. Because he didn't really ever look back. He just kind of stayed in his face, which is a flag.
Well, we're going to step aside while they set up for the kickoff. This is the Extreme Game of the Week here on 8-Man Extreme. All right, and we're back. Ben Duncan
Number 10, Duncan to
getting
kick off.
set to kick it away. Duncan
Looks like
from,
number 17,
I want to say
Jefferson.
the Netherlands
Back to return.
or Denmark. Transfer student. But Duncan starts forward. Good kick. It's going to bounce about the 5 and go for a touchback. So it looks like
Take over at their own 15-yard
it
line.
looks like between Ben Duncan and Dan Adams, we won't have any kick returns tonight. That's the gist I'm getting between the two. So looks like Ethan Monsalve and whoever's returning kicks for CCS, they'll get the night off on special teams. It'll pretty much just be trot out there and stand, let them do their thing, and there you go.
Well, I mean, some coach might do onsides with being this slippery.
Later on, they might, yeah. Shotgun formation for Rowley. He's going to give it to Webb. A little miscommunication. No, Rowley's going to keep it to the right side, and Rowley will get dropped just across the 20-yard line.
I feel like no one at CCS really expected FCA to be playing this toe-to-toe with them right so far in this game. But this is still only the first quarter.
Well, you got to think about it. FCA won 4 games in a row,
And
then they played Webb and had their quarterback get hurt. Here's Rowley. Jefferson on the keeper around the right side. He outruns Monsalve down the sideline. Touchdown, Christian Community. Devon Jefferson. A 60-yard gallop. And the Colts have tied it up.
6 points.
They don't want to take nothing away from that run. That's a calculated run.
That was just speed.
Yeah, but that kind of shows that they're going to have those big breakout plays to score because no team's really been able to march up the field so far. So, gotta see if FCA answers or they're going to ignore the call.
Christian Community now going for the 2-point conversion. Rowley will take the snap, gives it to Jefferson up the middle, and Quibido did not bring him down. They're saying Jefferson got a press. Jefferson's got the 2-point conversion. Zane Quibido had a chance to bring him down. Yes, we like the word. I like the word gallop because that's what that was. Zane Quibido had a chance to bring him down and did not. So the Colts take an 8-6 lead. So now a minute 36 to go in the first quarter. Adams set to kick it away. We said it was Monsalve back deep to return.
They just changed the song like 3 times.
Now I could see a kick going sideways off a kicker's foot and having an opportunity to return. Adams will set up shop about the 20-yard line. They'll start forward. Kick is away. It's going to get high enough, and Monsalve is going to return. Monsalve fumbled inside the 5. Monsalve, the 5, the 10. And he'll get brought down at the 10. Tried the right side. A little bit of air on that kick, Trent. And Monsalve had the opportunity to return it. Fumbled and just could not get taken off. Could not take off like he wanted to. So FCA will set up shop at the 10-yard line. Minute 29 to go in the first quarter. Colts lead 8-6.
No, some kickers might even just squib it, make you go sky kicks and squib it, you know, just so you can meet them there and potential just for a muff ball.
That's dangerous though, because all you gotta do is grab it and take off, and
take over deep
you can outrun the defense.
1st and 10.
Kicking team. Shotgun, Shindell is flanked by Buchanan and Weeks. Referee's count is at 5. Shindell take the snap. He tries the right. Comes back left. Round left in, and he will get out of bounds about the 12-yard line. Jalen Klein, the senior, on the force out of bounds.
Gain of 2 on the play.
I want to thank you for joining us here at May Flanders Field, White House, Tennessee. This is the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference semifinal playoffs. Franklin Christian Academy Falcons, Christian Community School Colts. Shindell's in the shotgun, flanked on both sides. He'll keep it up the middle.
Looks up the middle.
Not much doing. And Rollins, well, no, that wasn't Rollins. Harper in on the tackle. Avery Harper. Harper in on the tackle.
Could have called a lay hit.
Of course, South Haven Christian School, the Patriots, taking on the Webb School feet down in Bell Buckle. Spencer Thompson, Isaiah Austin on the call down there. Now, of course, next Saturday, you're going to have the MTAC consolation game and then the MTAC championship game. And right off the bat, the ball, nothing doing on the handoff.
Maybe 1 or 2 on the play.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 7 yards to go. But next Saturday, I believe it's 3 or 4 p.m. It might be 4 p.m. You have the consolation game, the MTAC consolation game. Immediately following the MTAC championship, 8-man extreme will be there. We'll have the call of the consolation game, and we'll have the call of the championship. Not sure who will be calling consolation. Championship will be Spencer Thompson, Isaiah Austin, and Trent Legate. Yours truly, James Shannon, will be on the sidelines, having all the sideline coverage for you. We're going to have the top coverage of the MTAC championship game. At the end of the first quarter, Colts lead the Falcons 8-6. This is the extreme game of the week here on 8-Man Extreme. All right, and we're back with second quarter action. They're going to air the ball out, and it's going to fall incomplete. That was a punt, rather. My bad.
You didn't hear the thud?
No, I didn't. These are very, very sound-suppressing earmuffs. So a punt across the 40 will get the ball set up at about the 36-yard line of the Colts. They'll start in their own territory. Trent, obviously Jefferson, a big run on that drive, but the very first drive, Zach Rogers, Devry Zapata, David West, the other linemen, they had trouble containing this FCA defensive line.
Well, I mean, look at the FCA defensive line right now. Look what they're in.
Hand off to 31. That's Webb. He's around the left side.
That's going to be Buchanan and Duncan coming in on the tackle. Buchanan coming in from a defensive end position. That'd be a stop after a gain of 3.
If anybody doesn't understand what I'm saying, if you look at it, FCA was in a 2-man defensive line on that play, and dropping their defensive ends into coverage.
Yeah, but their 2 defensive line count as 4 defensive line. Honestly, both seniors, they've both been playing for forever. Zane Quibido actually transfer in from Grace Christian.
Takes the snap.
Handoff to Webb is around left side. Jefferson will fall across the 40.
Down. Right across midfield.
Which one? Oh, okay. And that rain still coming down, the wind kicking in a little bit. That's why we're in the dead center of the press box. Perfect. 10:50 and counting to go here in the second quarter. I want to thank you for joining us. Rallies in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap, give it to Jefferson around the left side. Jefferson breaks 1 tackle, across the 40 to the 37. And it's a first down. Not a first down, rather.
Again, at least 1 on the play.
Okay, is that about everything you did?
That would be awesome. I'd appreciate it.
Is that it?
Shout out to Christian community. A little bit of hospitality. I think so. Christian community going to set up shop. I believe it's 4th down. Rallies in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. Pitch to Webb around the right side. Breaks. And Weeks is having none of it. Weeks and Minor making it happen. And it's going to be a turnover on downs.
You can see it on both sidelines. Both teams want to leave this field with a W.
Well, both teams have had their offensive plays, but this has been a defensive ball game. These defenses are stepping up to the challenge.
And I said at the start of the year when I saw them play us, and I hope they meet again in the playoffs. And I've been waiting this since about my second game. So I'm glad this is happening.
You almost have to wonder though, is FCA beating themselves on offense with all the fumbles and miscues?
Well, definitely. I mean, turnovers, really add up super quickly. So you gotta number the ones you give out to them.
I formation. Schindell's under center. He'll take the snap.
Schindel.
And he'll get shoved. The ball's on the ground. And Zapata tried to get it. Looks like Quibido
Ball kept rolling.
has gotten it though.
Looks like FCA may have come up with it.
FCA's got the ball.
FCS football.
Christian community, not sure who fell on it. I know Devery Zapata was in the vicinity. Jackson Dotterer. Big turnover. Ball's going to get spotted at the 27. Christian community, short field now. I just said at FCA, a lot of fumbles, a lot of miscues, and they were kind of beating themselves on offense, and it's now backfired. Rally in the shotgun. He's going to fire it. Looking deep for Klein. He's open. Ball's in and out of his hands. Klein was wide open. Coverage was intended by Monsall.
2nd and 10, Colts.
But nothing doing.
The ball wasn't intended for him. It was intended for Klein.
Intended for Klein. Monsall on the coverage.
It's all right. It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Voice cracking. Can't get the names right. I don't know if it's a punt or a pass. It's all good. We'll get through it. Appreciate it.
That's 31. Webb with the
Webb
carry.
around the right side.
He's not
And he'll be just shy of the first down.
Around the right side, knocked out of bounds by
We're
Weeks.
trying to get you a scoring update right now.
Gain
It's
of several on the play.
kind of hard when my phone's dead. I can't get in touch with Spencer.
Exactly. Like we said, if you want to switch over to the other ball game and get a score and update us, that would be awesome. 3rd and 1, Christian Community offense. They started with a short field. Let's see what they can do here. Rowley's in the shotgun. He'll take
Rowley
the
takes
snap,
the
play
snap.
fake, tries the left.
Takes the handoff.
Minor
Goes
closes
around
in,
the
well,
left
not
side.
Minor. Duncan closes in, and it looks like CCS still got the first down. It's a first down. Rowley, QB keeper, and this rain is pouring, soaking this field, the fans, the ball.
Pretty much been like that since the second possession.
Yeah, pretty much. What can we do? It was a big front heading in.
Colts 1st and 10 at the 15.
Ball's on the ground, and Rowley has to fall on it.
Colts come up with it.
Looked like Graham Harrison making sure that Rowley had a hand
Also
up
about 2 yards on the play.
after he fell on the ball.
Really appreciate this hot chocolate. Probably the only thing that's keeping
Shout
me
out to
alive right now.
CCS. I mean, just great hospitality. Sorry, Spencer and Isaiah. I know they probably didn't give y'all hot chocolate down there in Bell Buckle. I don't know how cold it is, but it makes a difference. So there's a handoff to Jefferson around the right side. Weber on the right side.
That number 9, I haven't seen him being super apparent in the other FCA games, but tonight he's made a voice for himself.
Yeah, Sonny Reed making his presence known.
A late All-Star pick, maybe?
No gain on the play.
A lot of potential all-stars on both sides of the ball here. There's the pitch to Webb. It's to Klein. The ball's on the ground again, and he'll get dragged down. A host of Falcons trying that trickery again, and it backfired.
Yeah, no Minor being that heads-up football player he is. He saw what was going on. He reacted to the ball, and he reacted to the hits of Klein. And we got some of the smartest football players in MTAC on this field right now, and it's a joy to watch them going up against each other right now.
Timeout.
And we're going to get a timeout taken by Christian Community. You're the
Definitely
man.
go and give me some chili after
man.
this.
Update at halftime. South Haven leads Webb 28-14. Whoa! Graham Harrison!
No,
Was that Quibido?
Quibido, yeah.
Quibido! And Zapata's on the ground. Zapata slowed. Oh, is that
No,
Zapata?
no,
Nope.
no,
Hold
no,
on.
no.
Jefferson is slow to get up.
Jefferson on the ground.
Younger Jefferson.
As a
Slow to get up.
D-lineman,
Zane Quibido.
besides my
Man.
suplex, that's probably the hardest hit I've seen from a D-lineman.
Yeah. That was a straight up spear. I mean, just a, man.
And I hope he's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Trainer's checking on him right now. Something to do with his leg.
Who is it down?
Might have knocked the wind out of him too, and
Oh.
Jefferson, Devon Jefferson,
And he's on
DJ
his
Jefferson
feet.
up on his feet.
Good up for Jefferson.
DJ.
Jefferson on his feet. A man-size hit from Zane Quibido, though. And Quibido's a grown man. Him and Graham Harrison.
Yeah. He straight stood him up and said, "You ain't passing this line."
So obviously, you being a defensive lineman, big defensive lineman, you lay a hit on somebody, and you go over to you go over to your teammates and you're huddling up. What are you talking about? What are you thinking about?
Oh, I'm freaking.
You have any
hyped.
regret?
After that, no regrets. Not till after the game, I go see how okay they are.
I formation, Shindell under center. He'll give it to Buchanan up the middle. Buchanan bust free. Buchanan with nothing but green. And he'll get closed on by Webb at the 15-yard line. Webb closed the difference quickly. But Buchanan shot out of a gun.
Just a little bit more speed, and he's going to be terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. All he's got to do is get quicker. He's got the size. He's got the explosiveness. It's just having the consistent speed. But he completely flips the field, and FCA is now on the 15, 1st and 10.
This is a game to watch, I'm telling you. Not a lot of 11-man teams can give you this much action.
We knew when we got to the postseason it was going to be good. So, of course, South Haven Webb, 28-14, South Haven lead at half. Swanee, a 53-36 win over Lighthouse. It was back and forth. And, of course, this ball game, a tight ball game here in the second quarter. Shindell is going to give it to Buchanan. And Colton Rollins says, no, sir. And he'll get brought down at the line of scrimmage. 6:39 to go here in the second quarter.
This is a great ball game.
Great ball game.
I've been waiting all day to see this. Can't wait to talk about it on the show.
It's going to be fantastic. Folks, you're not going to want to miss Extreme Radio, built by MTAC Construction Inc. Sunday. We're going to have a special start time, 3:30. We're going to move it up 30 minutes. We're going to cram recaps of these games. We're going to cram a championship preview. We're going to talk. We're going to break it down to the nth degree. We've got all-star game, more stuff to talk about. Shindell passes incomplete, intended for Hayden Weeks. But we're going to have a lot of all-star game talk. We've got some more updates for y'all with that. Of course, our big all-star game show will be in not this Sunday, but next Sunday.
The all-star game?
The all-star game show. Of course, the 2017 Extreme All-Star Game, November 11th, 2017. November 11th, Fort Bluff Camp in Dayton, Tennessee. NACA Sports teaming up with an Extreme. Second All-Star Game. Last year was fantastic. A lot of guys on this field were at that game.
And one guy in the press box.
It's a great thing. Shindell in the shotgun, dumps it off to Weeks, and it's incomplete. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 10.
Weeks just ain't having his game this appearance. I mean, he's just not normal, it looks like. He's not running the ball like he usually is. He's not catching the ball like he usually is. But everyone else is doing what they're supposed to do. So, I don't know. Is the rain affecting him that much?
It's possible. It's possible.
Because, like you said, he's the second best rusher in stats-wise in MTAC.
FCA is going to take a timeout here. Yeah, the All-Star, the 2017 Extreme All-Star Game, November 11th at Fort Bluff Camp, Dayton, Tennessee. We're going to have 34 of the best 8-man football athletes from Tennessee and Kentucky here at the game. We'll have a great ball game. 2 p.m. Eastern is the kickoff time. Of course, we'll have it streamed on the NACA Sports YouTube page. We're going to let them handle the streaming, and then we'll also put it on our channel at some point, which you need to go find and subscribe. 8-Man Extreme, search us on YouTube.
They don't need to find it. They're already on it.
Scoring update. It is 8-6. Christian Community leads Franklin Christian. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. But not this Sunday, but next Sunday, we'll have a lot of All-Star Game talk for you. We'll recap the championship. And then that Tuesday night, we will have a mock draft, and we'll release the rosters. Actually, that'll be the Sunday, but that's in a couple Sundays. Shindell takes the snap from the shotgun, airs it out, looking, intercepted by Webb in the end zone. Webb has got the touchback for CCS, and they thwart an FCA attempt to put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
That it's a little bit of a non-experienced quarterback because usually most of your more experienced quarterbacks, once they see him going up in the air, like Ron just did, he went up in the air. Most of them wouldn't let it go. They would just tucked it, gone under him, make it look for a better looker, just ran with it.
Great ball game here in White House, May Flanders Field. The Colts and the Falcons, they've been meeting since the mid-2000s.
Rally takes the snap.
They'll give it to Webb. Webb around the left side. Makes a man miss. He's got space. He outmoves Monsov. And Webb is going to take it all the way. Christian Community, the Colts, score. It's 14-6.
FCA got to find something. Great run, though, by Webb. You know, all your players are showing up and making plays with CCS.
Well, they're trying to air the ball out, and they can't focus on that. You need to ground and pound. You've got Shindell, you've got Weeks, you've got Buchanan. Air the ball out.
They need to give
or run the ball.
They need to give Buchanan 3 times more touches than they already do, because he's the only person that's able to consistently run the ball.
He's created some big runs. Shotgun for Rowley. He'll give it to Jefferson around the right side. And Jefferson will not get in. Oh, slammed into the fence on the far side. So 2-point conversion, no good. Falcons keep it a 1-score game.
Number 17, don't know his name. But
who?
Number 17.
Devon Jefferson, DJ Jefferson.
He's getting pounded right now. He just got thrown into the fence. And he was the same guy that was down a series ago.
4:45 to go here in the first half.
Oh, and you're not going to say anything back to Coach Creed? Not going to say anything back to him?
They're having a solid year, Coach. They're having a solid year.
Solid year. No one can beat them. I know.
As well, though, in coverage. 3 interceptions on the year. He's having a great season. In his only season here in America. He's going back after Christmas or near Christmas time.
He is?
Yeah, he just wanted to come here for a semester and experience American school, American life. So, had a great year, though.
No, if they win the championship, you might stay.
Shindell will take the snap from the shotgun, give it to Buchanan up the middle. Buchanan a gain of about 4, hard-earned 4 yards.
So that's all you need. If you can get 4 yards per rush like that every single play, you know you're going to get your first downs. You're going to march it down to the field, get a touchdown. I really don't see why they don't always run with Buchanan. I know they want fresh legs, but this is the point in time where you just got to forget about that. You got to throw your best players in the prime time situation.
I formation. Ball's on the ground. Shindell will have to fall on it. And that'll create a 3rd down and it's back at 10 yards. 3rd and 10. 3:56 to go here in the first half. Colts lead 14-6.
You spit that trash around me. I'm gathering sticks and stones.
Shindell around the left side.
Gonna slip there for Shindell. Must be a nice long halftime up in Bell Buckle. Well, let's see. Just for you, Isaiah Austin, if you're still watching, Christian Community leads the Falcons 14-6. There you go. Now you get to comment with a scoring update from you guys. Your turn. Anyways.
FCA. Look at the punt. Delay of game flag.
Delay of game on FCA. It was 4th and 10. It's now 4th and 15 to go. Coach Treasy, fantastic job at the All-Star game last year. Solid coach, and hate to see him have the year like he did. There's the punt. It's Minor handling the punt. Ball will fall inside the 30 at the 28-yard line.
Colts will take over.
It might be.
28-yard line.
It might be. I'm just cold, not wet. I'm just happy about that. Give me some hot showers tonight.
My body's getting used to the weather now. What happens when you play football for 5 years, you just get used to it.
Exactly.
Especially when you stand on the bench.
I was second string bench warmer, so when the backups went in, I got to sit on the bench. Rally in the shotgun, gives it to Webb. He tries the left, breaks a tackle, still going, and forced out of bounds by Weeks.
Wow, gain on the play. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2, Colts.
Well, I know one thing. I might be 2-1 or 3-0 on my predictions. Or what would you be?
With a Christian community win, I'd be 1-1, and if Webb wins, I'll be 2-1.
Well, you be what?
Handoff is to Webb around the left side, and Webb is through, but forced out of bounds across the 40-yard line down to the 36-yard line. It does bring up a first down though. 2:24 to go in the second quarter. Trent, referees keeping the ball covered with a towel between plays after they set it.
Yeah, they started doing that in the 2 minutes after the first quarter.
Yeah, but you had to. Shotgun rally, pitch to Jefferson. Ball's loose at Jefferson. Slips and falls.
Jefferson slips all the way down.
Had a little bit of space, but he drops. And that'll bring up a second down and
second and long.
Second about 17 to go.
Let's just say one thing. Number 17, Johnson, I think.
Jefferson,
he is going to be hurting tomorrow morning. He's going to have to sleep in an ice bath.
Yes.
But no, don't do
Although
that.
I don't know if you want anything to do with an ice bath after tonight.
Oh, no, they feel great. But don't sleep in ice baths, you will die.
Rally in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, but they're going to give it to younger Jefferson to the left. Oh, he gets smothered. It's Hayden Weeks coming in and making the man-sized tackle.
He's taken down.
Every big-time player on both teams are making big-time plays.
Third down.
It's now third down, about 18 yards to go. 17 yards to go.
Shindell coming in for number 30.
Ethan Monsalve checking out. Andrew Shindell is in.
Patrick. Oh. Announcer, they need to turn those headlights out.
Okay.
And a flag down. Looks like delay of game on Christian Community. It'll make it a third down and about 22, 23 yards to go.
Ooh, I ain't doing that.
They're going to go shotgun. Rally. Play fake. Rolls right. Looks. Fires. Incomplete. Looks like the pass was intended for Jefferson, but the ball slipped short.
Incomplete. Fourth and long.
I'm gonna call Spencer.
The web game is on at halftime. The last update we have. It might be a longer halftime, not sure. Score was 28-14. South Haven led. Spencer or Trent going to get us a scoring update real quick with his 1% of battery.
He declined it. I was
Okay.
telling him the stream's offline.
punt here. They're going to punt it here. Micah Jones handling the kicks. It'll drop inside the 35, bounce back out, and get fallen on at the 37.
It's recovered by number 20.
Line.
That's James Reason.
James Reason with the recovery.
Wow. Close out the Bible app.
FCA will take over with 26 seconds left in the
Franklin
half.
Christian Academy, 26 seconds to go here in the first half. And of course, Christian Community gets the ball after halftime. So if you're Franklin Christian, you got to make something happen now.
We got to score, no doubt.
But at the same time, your passing attack has not worked tonight. So you got to run the ball. And I think Franklin Christian has one timeout remaining. So they need timeout indicators on here.
Colts defense looking to make a stop.
Christian Community playing a prevent defense. 3-man front, though. Rollins hungry. Zapata at nose guard. Man in motion is Minor. Shindell take the snap. Ball's fumbled. Ball's on the ground, and it'll bounce out of bounds.
Pick rolls out of bounds.
Minor just couldn't catch up on it. Yeah, he'll have to wash his jersey tonight.
Poor guy.
What? Ball goes out of bounds, stops the clock at 21 seconds. Great ball game here at Mayflanders Field. Christian Community, Franklin Christian, they got a rivalry. And I go back to the 2014 playoff game at Jim Warren Park in Franklin. These two battling in the playoffs in the semifinal round. And just a great ball game. Christian Community led late, and FCA scored late to take the lead. We're gonna get the final timeout taken here.
Oh, and that's not what the clock running. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that call. You had a little bit of a delay there, but
that means they gotta make something happen.
Exactly, or you gotta try to get out of bounds.
Well, you got 21 seconds to make a mistake as well. Big Canyon needs to get him like a visor. That'd make him look a lot cooler.
That's a good point.
Just some side chat, nothing's going on.
Exactly. A little bit slower action. All right, FCA spreading it out. They're going to go 2x2. Duncan, Minor wide left. Looks like Reed and Weeks wide right. Ball's on the ground. Shindell picks it up, and he's going to get stopped.
And he's brought down.
He's got to hurry. They got to hurry and try to get a play in.
Number 11, Rollins.
FCA's got no timeouts, and now, well, they're going to stop the clock to set it. No, it's a timeout, Christian Community. CCS took the timeout. Yeah, Christian Community takes a timeout.
That's smart right there.
It's now 3rd and 22, looks like.
Depends on how many timeouts CCS has, but
the score right now, Christian Community leads Franklin Christian 14-6. 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Shout out to Mr. Hank St. Dennis. The Webb game is in the 3rd quarter, so we're trying to get the score of South Haven and the Webb School. Christian Community sitting at 10-0. Their undefeated season sitting in the balance. They have an undefeated regular season, but if they lose tonight, I think it all it's like the Patriots losing in the Super Bowl during their undefeated season. Yeah, they went undefeated in the regular season, but if you lose in the postseason, it hurts even more. Franklin Christian, although sitting at 4-3.
Just ask the Carolina Panthers. It doesn't matter how many W's you get during the season.
Exactly. Shindell in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Tries to keep it to the right. Has the corner. and tries to get out of bounds, and he does.
Taken out of bounds.
So the clock will stop at 10. Oh, no, the clock did not stop. Clock is going to stop at 9 seconds. Schindel did get out of bounds. So the ball spotted at the 39. You could try another quick pass, maybe like a quick out to pick up the first down. It's 4th and 5. 4th and 6 rather, to go here in the ball game. It's gonna go. They're gonna go shotgun. Schindel flanked on either side. Schindel is gonna keep it up the middle. Has speed. Cuts inside and stopped in the middle of the field. That's gonna do it for your first half. Clock is gonna hit 0, and the teams will head to wherever they're gonna head to. With the score: Christian Community School 14, Franklin Christian Academy 6. Let's flick this camera around on you. James Shannon, Trent Legate, crowded press box up here. It's been a great ball game. Trent, if you're FCA, CCS gets the ball coming out of halftime. If you're FCA, what do you have to do on that first drive?
Score. You gotta get
On the
back
first
in
drive for
rhythm.
CCS.
Oh, well, stop them. I mean, it's pretty simple. You just got to stop them, stop what they're doing. The only way they're scoring so far is just breakout runs, busted out moves. You're stopping them on the line. You're stopping consistently. They're just getting them lucky plays, getting on the outside and breaking speed.
You got to get that momentum. If you're Christian Community, if you don't score on that first drive, how much harder will it seem like they'll have to work? Because it looked like here at the end of the half that Franklin Christian had the momentum.
Well, they're climbing up a hill. FCA is, and you just can't stop them. You just can't stop and lay down while you're going uphill, or you roll back down. So they got to keep their foot on the gas.
This is why you don't take your wife to the ball game. Not that one. That one. That's why you don't take your wife to the ball game. Anyways, we're going to step aside for the remainder of halftime, about 10 minutes left. We'll try to get you an update from South Haven and Webb. This is the Extreme Game of the Week. It's the MTAC semifinal playoffs. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back.